Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.
Hey, let me see our cell phone real quick.
Another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them
What's the pin?
Victory.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. It's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, D.A. Thank you. Settling into the new season now, Doris. Some teams really finding that groove and their rhythm. Talk about what they can do to maintain that. Sometimes it's easier to get there, but then to maintain it becomes a real chore.
Right, and that's where coaching comes into play. Guys,
Here I am right here, my nigga.
Play the right notes with their teams, and obviously one of the most important things you can have on
I'm right here.
Is energy, consistent energy.
And then if you want to leave a chat, like while I'm playing the game and shit, you can go to live chat right there. Then go down here and be like, you can be like, say what up, Bino? And I can hear you. And I got you right here. I can hear you right here. Let me see, you left me a comment. Tez Jackson, what up?
Oh, okay, got my picture and everything on there.
Yeah, I can see.
The moment you focus on the next play.
Yeah, and then you can hear me because I'm on the mic.
But if you break it down into smaller chunks, it becomes much more manageable.
Good idea. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron.
Yeah, that's my name.
All out there with Thompson. And it's the bodyguard in at the center.
Let me sign that.
Picking up the assist.
Well, this is how
but that's how you communicate with me. You go to chat, live chat, and then you type your comment.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Wiley.
Yeah.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Lakers on D. Outside Westbrook. Stolen by Ball. And slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Now here's Westbrook. A 24-point outing in their last game against Portland. Here's Adams. Count that bucket.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Here's James. That shot off. George with the defensive effort. Down low, stolen by Thompson. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Oklahoma City moving the ball around.
Make sure you ain't throwing away my shit.
To Westbrook. Launches a three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, this is where you believe as a defender you have Westbrook's shot blocked. And then just like that, it's in the bucket.
Pick and roll. Come on, LeBron, man. You got to pick and roll, right, man. You got to pass the ball sometime, bro. I know you the star of the team, man, but, man, pass the ball. I be pushing X to make him pass to me. He still ain't pass. Computer say,
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never
right.
stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
The Thunder.
I don't got total control.
I like that description, Kevin, because Westbrook is attacking the rim with great ferocity. They have excellent
no
rebound.
control.
Should he miss an opportunity, they get a ton of free throws.
Right, I'm not gonna pass it to your bitch
ass.
ass.
On your interior defense.
And the shot goes in.
Well, you can't do anything more defensively to stop Steven Adams. This guy is growing into a solid interior threat.
Alright.
LeBron against George. LeBron left side. The 9-foot shot. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Here. What?
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
And George kicks to Robertson, to the middle, and Adams with the slam.
Yeah, this is why Adams is such a high percentage shooter. If he gets close to the rim, he's going to finish with authority.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's James outside. Buries it from 3-point range. LeBron's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Wiley. Out to the wing. In the corner, George with it. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Boy, how about the elevation on that shot, Kevin? Russell Westbrook draining these and making it look easy.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. He kicks it to James. And it's sent back by George. Westbrook against Ball. Here's Robertson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. George finds Adams. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Now, here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Westbrook against Ball. The shot's good from Bodyguard. 5 points in the game.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
To the paint, here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Here's Thompson.
Well, you think to Steven Adams, and coming out of New Zealand, playing about 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th season as a starter for the Thunder. And what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
Here's the Bodyguard. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, James. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
And Steven Adams drafted by OKC with the 12th pick in 2013. That draft pick
God.
Here's to the James Harden trade.
And that trade will go down as one of the great conversation pieces of all time, whether or not you should have moved James Harden. But the reality is, where Adams is concerned, they got a two-way big man with incredible athleticism, unbelievable physical strength, and an evolving offensive game. So this is one piece of the trade that you have made great use of.
Now here's Schroeder. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. It's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score.
We just got to break it.
To the
Let's
inside,
go.
the bodyguard, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. On the wing, George. From deep. They get it again.
Come on,
Contact
man.
on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Boucher is checked in, and Terrence Ferguson subbed in for George. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Knew it would be tough going in, but they were completely overmatched. Skill, effort, everything.
Here's Hart. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Ferguson. Shot from 12. It's deflected. Ingram left side. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Diallo. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
Dang.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
Not seeing that bitch pregnant. She playing.
Pass to the body. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Free throw line jump shot, and he knocks down the jumper. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Hart the pass to Ingram. Back to Hart. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Here's the bodyguard. He's got 9. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 1st in rebounding, 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Boucher, and he dunks it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And It's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
Here's Diallo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
All the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
That free throw good from Diallo. The Lakers making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Good on both. 29 seconds left in the first. The pass to Hart. Four on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Just two to shoot. No good on the quick three. Steven Adams has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game, making sure that everyone's feeling in the right mood to play and willing to sacrifice for one another.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
In that opening quarter, I don't know that you could ask for much more.
They've been simply outstanding, Greg, and let's see if they can build off this early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, you've got Diallo. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. Ferguson out there with Steven Adams. And it's Boucher in at the power forward. You know, Doris, certain guards just have a knack for scoring in the post. When you think of that list, I'm sure there are a couple right at the top that come to mind.
Yeah, well, who don't you want to deal with in the low post out of the guard position? I'll give you one. Dwayne Wade. If he's on the post with a back-down dribble that he can use to his advantage, turn the lights out. Here's another guy, Sean Livingston. Unbelievable length, plays at his own pace. Both guys are nightmares in the post. Good luck checking either one.
James checked in for Hart. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Ball, the pass to Wagner. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Adams. 9 for 9. Looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here's LeBron. D right on him. And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron? One of the best to ever play the game.
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
And he makes the first. And the Thunder with some changes. Wiley comes in for Adams. And it's Paul George in for Ferguson. That one is no good. The Thunder leading by 16. And here's George for 3. Drills the three-pointer. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Lakers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. James, no good. The Thunder have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And George kicks to Boucher. Here's Robertson. He's covered by Thompson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, clock is at 3. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and there's another one for the Thunder.
This is ridiculous. Can you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
That's tipped.
The defense from Andre Robertson is nothing short of sensational.
LeBron kicks to Thompson. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, to me, Klay Thompson has proven to be one of the best players in the game. This guy is an incredible sniper from long range and defends at a very high level.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Robertson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Andre Robertson played power forward, Doris, at Colorado. He has slid all the way down to shooting guard in the NBA.
Well, I like that you used the word guarding, because that is why Andre Robertson is in the NBA. He is an elite defensive player. He can guard across multiple positions. And you think about who he's matching up with on a night-by-night basis. Whether it's ones, twos, or threes, this is one of the more disruptive defenders we have ever seen.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
The Thunder leading by 19 points. Pass to Wiley. To the left wing. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Ball kicks to LeBron. And that one drops for him. James has got 8.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. Offensive rebound. Wiley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kevin?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game. They got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Robertson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the triple. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this is crucial. If Andre Robertson can consistently make shots from deep, boys, wow, his value skyrockets.
Ball kicks to Randall. Back to Ball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. George passes to Wiley. Clock at 6. Rejected by Randall. And he gets it back.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
For Oklahoma City, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. First one falls for him.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now Ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kicks it to Randolph. James against George. Thompson outside. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Robertson. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Robertson. A 3-ball. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Outside, George. Passes it to Wiley. Over to the left wing. Robertson finds Adams. And Adams with the slam.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams will not take a bad shot. He's starting to cook a little bit right now. Look out, fellas. When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. The pass to George. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one's good. George has got 7 points for the quarter. And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players, Doris, has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important.
Lets it go from 14. And that one goes long.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
No, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Lakers making a change here. Outside Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Oh, George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter, and we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
Now, here is George. 14 points from him the last game against Portland.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Lakers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Bonga is guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Adams. Adams, some nice D.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Here's Schroeder. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Jones checked in for the Lakers. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Connects from three-point range. Ferguson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Bunga, he's guarded by Schroeder. Here's the bodyguard. 9 points in the game so far. 6 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Seconds left now here in the second. To the inside, and Adams with the slam.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And so it's Oklahoma City having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Steven Adams.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Thompson and...
Unbelievable. Russell Westbrook right now creating havoc with his defensive abilities. My goodness.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Ball with it. Here's James. 2 points. That one goes. LeBron's got 12 in the game.
I'll tell you, that's a nice job by LeBron to keep that ball safe and secure on his way to the cup.
Westbrook double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here now the Thunder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Adams' shot is good.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Ball against Westbrook. And here is Ball. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. That'll be a 5-second call. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at the bodyguard, and it doesn't look like he'll make it into the field this year. But still an honor to see your name up there among all those other great players.
Yeah, look, no doubt he's one of the more exciting players in our league. And maybe next year he'll pull in a few more votes.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
George against LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Pass the ball. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. Ball's got his third bucket of the night.
He has the entire arsenal when it comes to handling the rock, cutting through the D like butter. I love Ball when he's aggressive to attack.
From deep, George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 11 points for Paul George. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Thompson outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Robertson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. Fourth, LeBron James. And, of course, Paul George.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Well, you see plenty of that when any of these guys are on the floor. They're each very good at keeping their options open, trying to find the best possible shot on every trip, and no individual agendas. That's crucial.
Wagner, he's checked in for James. He doesn't get the second one. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Nice shot by Thompson.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Ball against Westbrook. Now here's Ball. 6 points for him. Knocked loose. They get the rebound. Wagner can't hit.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
Passes it to Adams. Shoots the three. Thompson with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's the bodyguard. 9 points in the game so far. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Here's Thompson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Thompson's got 13.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev. But he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder with some changes. Boucher is checked in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Andre Robertson. Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's the bodyguard. He's got 9. Knocks it loose. Westbrook with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Schroeder leading the charge. Here's Boucher. That 3 off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-7 to get things started here in the second half.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for George. And Diallo subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Thunder have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Now Schroeder. He's got 5. That's tipped. And here we go. Randolph, no one around him. The good-looking shot from the wing. And so here is Oklahoma City. Schroeder with the ball. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Ferguson off the inbound pass and the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Schroeder, right side. Here's Diallo, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Ferguson kicks to Boucher. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And slam dunk by Randolph.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Diallo. Off target from three-point range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Ingram, left side. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ferguson kicks to Boucher. Now the pass to Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. 5 points in the game. Over Jones. Tries again. Boucher lays it in without an inch of room around him. Boucher's got 7 points in the game.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
Here's Hart outside for Randolph. From outside, off the mark. Schroeder looking around. Pass to Boucher. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Puts up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting straight 49% from the field. Back to Hart. Tipped away. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Tavares is checked in. Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Lopez left side. Pass to Tavares. over Jones. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Looking to end the run. Hart, that's good.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Schroeder outside. With 1 on the clock. Got a hand on it. And so it's Oklahoma City sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Schroeder's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Ferguson out there with Diallo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Tavares in at power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's the floater. And it's Jones laying it in. Jones has got the fourth quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles. Thunder shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. Here's Tavares, defended by Jones. Tavares passes to Lopez. Count that bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jones kicks to Wallace. Back to Jones. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they were together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things. An injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
Diallo the pass to Tavares. To the left side wing. Lopez outside. 5 on the clock. Passes to Diallo. Over Williams. Diallo no good.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Kicks it to Jones. Wallace outside. Back to Jones. Here's the floater. Unable to get that one. Good D by Lopez. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Gibbs, defended by Jones. Gibbs passes to Ferguson. There's the pass to Diallo. Wide open shot is on the money.
That's what you call working inside out. Drawing the defense in close, kicking it out for the open jump shot. Nice and easy.
Williams kicks to Wallace. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Jones checked in for Terrence Ferguson. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Gibbs passes to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Boys, ball security flawless in the first half, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
Lopez left side. Pass to Gibbs. Jones with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Tavares kicks to Lopez. And it's in there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
G-League, Doris, growing roster of teams introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it a official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player, Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Jones against Williams. Pocket 6. Over Jones. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 12-3 run. Outside Westbrook. Great look there, but off target. LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Williams. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, that's a quality shot. You're in the painted area. Don't get much more of a better look than that.
Jones against Wallace. Jones, the pass to Gibbs. Here's Westbrook. Rebound by Wallace. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Wagner. Williams inside, working on Jones. Right side, Williams. From 13. That one doesn't drop. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. To the paint, taken away by Williams. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, Your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
Such great advice. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jones checked in for Wagner, and it's Klay Thompson in for Wallace. And he makes both free throws. And so here is Oklahoma City. And here's Westbrook. Inside. And Lopez throws it down.
Well, Russell Westbrook has excelled at being a facilitator. You love when he's focused on making his teammates better.
On the wing, Thompson. Fades and shoots. Here's Jones. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him. His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Bonga, he's covered by Westbrook. Pass to the bodyguard. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Doris, it amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right, making an investment in your future, understanding nutrition to training to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin. Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And really, this is where efficiency matters. Value every possession.
You simply have to make smart decisions. You're only hurting yourself with these miscalculations.
Here's Diallo. And there's the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
But Kev, if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's the bodyguard. Lopez covering. Five to shoot. Here's the bodyguard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here are the Thunder now. Now here's Westbrook. To the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Here's the bodyguard. Lopez covering. shot clock. Here's the bodyguard. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Thompson against Westbrook.
Oh.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.
Y'all gotten any word about the NJ golf tournament this year?
Oh, fuck you, bitch. Hmm. There we go. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope your night going alright.
How's it going?
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Mm. Oh, we at least need to get one wrong. Come on. Oh, fuck y'all.
What's up, AI? Hey, coach.
Nothing is going to get us out of this losing streak other than working hard. If we really put in the work to improve defensively, we can be in every single game.
Every single game, bringing the pain. I mean, insane. How we do our thing. We off the chain. Used to gang bang. Not let my nuts hang. Shit is the same. Brick. Oh, you can't fuck with it. Oh, it's that lane back. Can't do that. That's that Kobe specials. Oh shit. Yeah. Get back. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. If I had me a jumper. Get off me, man. Oh, that boy, shit, not today. That boy got that reach.
Poetry in motion, AI.
All right. Ooh.
Great practice day. Get out there and put up some more shots.
Hey, all right, AI. I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
Come on, kid. Do your thing. St. Louis King.
Now we're rolling.
There we go. I think we need one more. All right.
All right, let's go. No more dilly-dally. Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
You need the strength up though.
Poetry in motion, AI. Practice how you play, guys. Come on.
Hey, see you later, man.
Hey, AI. Finishing at the rim is still an art. Let's get this going.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Poetry in motion, AI.
Yeah.
Keep playing like that, you'll win half and you'll lose half. Either way, it needs work.
Give me that post technician, bro.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me,
way.
oh, you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. You know, but it's more about skill and brute strength. You know, I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, you know, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq. Nothing else. I'll just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's
No
Kevin
fear,
Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's on when I switch cars. It's probably a little stuck. Damn. Oh, man. Where's my food at, man? Where's my food at? Yeah, not at all. Fucking cunts.
It's the Pistons, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. You look at the Lakers. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they might get streak to win tonight here.
Yeah, and mentally, they're a team right now that's a little bit dysfunctional. And there's a visible tightness in terms of how they play, and then a little flow right now to the game. They just haven't been able to sustain any periods of consistency.
And it's the Pistons to start out. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously, anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
No good.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Damari Carroll.
Right.
Griffin is out there with Maker. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Hamilton in a shooting guard. Here's Jackson following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Maker, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on LeBron James.
I thought he was going to call it on me.
Maker is very hard to cover, and he uses his size to draw fouls.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws here tonight.
What the fuck is Maker? Deion Makers, 7'1", 21. He's a big guy from nowhere. So he's one of them guys. Okay. Kenner, white boy from Duke. Gary Thompson, shooting guard. Bruce Brown. Miami, Florida. Undrafted. Iowa State. Okay, grabbed the second year. Small forward. J.R. Whitehead's 4-year pro. Jeff Green, he's a veteran. Samantha, this is first year. Small forward. And all that. Reggie Jackson, old school veteran. Hamilton, second year neutral player. Baker. He been in the league for fucking 11 years. He's 31 years old. He's a veteran now. Right.
Before the NBA, it was his internet highlight reels that gave Thon Maker notoriety. His fluidity for a 7-footer captured the imagination. Yet he's still figuring out how to get it done at the NBA level.
Yeah, I like how James takes it to the defense. Even if they're all over him, he just muscles it past them.
Here's Griffin. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Takes the 13-footer. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The dish now to Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now, here's Ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Griffin dishes to Maker, goes up on the block, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
Let's see if they can stay with it.
LeBron against Carroll. Thompson outside and stolen by Hamilton. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Here's Maker. Rebound by the bodyguard. Lakers trail by 4. Kuzma passes to the body. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
Oh, my God.
And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
Okay.
Here's Maker. He has 6.
Hey, when you're a footer, that means over 7 feet tall. It's easy to throw it down. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's done.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, they need to get back on defense. He said the challenge of facing a fast break team like this is limiting transition points. And he told his players, if you're not running, you're sitting. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. A nice shot by Griffin.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here's Thompson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Griffin goes in, and Griffin slams it in.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Jackson against Ball. Here's James. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Carroll. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. Maker. No one around him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's the bodyguard. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the Pistons with possession. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Now here's Carroll.
Pick right.
Left side, Griffin.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh,
Griffin's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. We always talk about the need for front court players who can both shoot and defend along the perimeter. Clark, if you're taking that in mind, who would you point to as the prototype for the new school big?
Well, I think the guy with the most potential in that regard is Joel Embiid. I mean, he's agile. He's got a nice touch. He's got three-point range. He's got post-up ability. And I think he can become an impactful defender because of his physical attributes. So he would be the poster guy for me in terms of the potential prototype for the new school big.
For Hamilton. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Spurs. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Come on, man.
Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly, they've been the better team so far.
Now, here's Ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the basket. Good from Bodyguard.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Maker. And stolen by Kuzma. They're running, pushing it up. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Jackson kicks to Maker. Stolen by Ball. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's the Bodyguard. And Maker sends it back. And they're able to recover. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Shit.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
To the middle. Here's Kennard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. 4th, Lonzo Ball.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And he makes the first. Good on both. Lakers trail by 12. Ingram outside. Here's the Bodyguard, defended by Griffin, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Wagner, he's checked in for the Bodyguard. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Brown out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Griffin. That's Hamilton in at the 2-guard spot.
You know, no matter what you throw at him, this kid is unflappable. He's muscling through defensive contact and still scoring. That's impressive.
Here's Griffin following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Knocked loose. And there's a whistle. That goes on the Bodyguard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Deep 2 from Carroll. It's hauled in by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Jackson after the basket by the Lakers. Carroll finds Griffin, but they recover it. Here's the triple. The shot by Carroll, no good. Here's the Bodyguard, defended by Griffin. Brown against LeBron. To the middle, the Bodyguard. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, in case anybody doubted, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
The pass the ball. Here's Kuzma. LeBron outside. It's stolen by Brown. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. He feeds it to Carroll.
Get that out of here.
Carries it down low. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead. And the Lakers will seemingly always be a player in free agency.
Well, I think a big part of it is the appeal of the city and the glamour that comes with being in L.A. and not to mention the historical greatness of the franchise. I mean, the Lakers are a unique organization, not just in the NBA, but I think in all of sports.
Pistons trail by 3. Jackson kicks to Carroll. Jackson with it. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. You had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college, the pros. Actually was fortunate. Herb Williams, a teammate of mine in college at Ohio State, was also with the Pacers when I got there. So that helped my transition immensely to have a friend, veteran guy in the league. He had been there a year before me, break me in, and then I had an opportunity to play a lot and show what I could do, but I attribute it to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Kuzma passes the ball. Six on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Brown.
Excellent concentration from the deep. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup. And that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up. You look at the bodyguard. He hasn't really made any waves in the voting this season. He's nowhere near the top vote getters in the West. And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Ball. Kuzma passes to the bodyguard. Can they get it? And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Detroit.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance moves.
Now here's Jackson. 8 points his last outing. And there it is for him. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drive to the rack.
Pass to the body. It's good. The bodyguard's got 10.
He's done a nice job, a great job, actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Ball. Another shot.
Come on,
Detroit
man.
with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Ball against Jackson. Over in the corner, Brown. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lakers trail by 5. Now Ball. Here's LeBron. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stolen by Thompson. Kuzma inside. Carroll covering.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Zoritz Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Deciding to change it up. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Lakers #1.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now, here's Maker. He's got 8. Here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with a break here, let's look at the stats for the bodyguard. Averaging 17 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Jackson hits both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The Lakers trail. Hart the pass to the bodyguard. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Carroll finds Thomas. And here is Maker. Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Jackson's got 10 points. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Hart the pass to Ingram.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The first free throw is good.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pistons lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. Tight game tonight, Dwayne. How do you break this thing open in the second half?
Well, number one is we got to make
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Klay Thompson. And it's the bodyguard in at the 5. Takes it from 10. The rebound by the bodyguard. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Kuzma. Griffin with some nice D.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Jackson from long range sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 13 points.
Excellent job that time by DeMarre Carroll working that ball over to his teammate.
And with the size and strength of Carroll, he can just push people around on defense.
Yeah, and one of the things he does so well is get up into you and make you uncomfortable. He's got good size and strength. He's not super fast, but he's quick enough to keep guys in front. And he's got the nice reach, which allows him to bother guys from a distance. So he's outstanding in using what he has to be disruptive on D.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now, here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Shoots. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside Jackson. to make it. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Another three for Detroit.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets.